Hey guys, welcome back to Harvest Moon, Another Wonderful Life. It's year 2 still, but something has changed, and that is that it is fall. Oh, look at my son playing with his toy car like a good little boy. And I have few changes. Some changes come fall, not that many, but few. Let's see. I left my animals outside all night. Shit, I am a terrible owner, and my cow is upset with me, and I'm so terrible. I just tried to milk it by accident, and I can't milk it, of course, because it's a baby, and that just won't work. Okay, so back to the video and the changes. I found out that ducks can lay eggs, but the funny thing is that the duck's eggs will appear under a hen, like under a regular hen. And I don't know if it's like random, like randomly generated, if it's a hen or if it's a duck, but I've only ever seen the fertilized eggs placed under a hen. So yeah, you can get ducks, and they're worth more than chickens if you want to sell them. They're worth about 50G more, which in the long run I guess makes a bit of a difference. I've got 2 fertilized eggs, and I got another chicken on the way, so my chicken production is going pretty good. Oh, fall with all the food, which is fan-freaking-tastic. Let's see, I got yams and carrots this season. They gotta go adventurous, and I said, hey, let's grow some carrots, just because I feel like it. I'm saving up for a chicken yard. I don't know how many chickens in your coop you have to get a chicken yard, but Takakura comes up to me and says, oh yeah, hey, so I noticed you have a lot of chickens and they're all crowded, so let me build you a yard. It's only going to cost you 10 grand, but it'll be the most fantastic yard in all the land. So that's what I'm saving up for, a chicken yard, just because I feel like it. I don't know. It just seems like a nice thing to do for my chickens. Let them outside a little bit, rather than having to manually drag every single one of them out. So I got 7K. I'm slowly getting there. But yeah, besides that, pretty much nothing else. Ooh, but something I was completely and utterly thrilled about. I wanted to like bounce off the walls because I was just so happy that this was happening, was that I freaking got the thing to move. I got it to move, guys. I'm so excited. Yeah, you see that in the bottom right hand corner where it has a little green bar? That's Scholar. You see that? Yeah, green bar. Green bar. Oh my god, you have no idea how excited I was. Yeah, and you can tell how excited I am because I have spent like 2.5 seasons bringing my son to the freaking dig site every day, showing him fossils and shit, and I'm like, hey, you should be a scholar. And finally, after 2.5 seasons, it picks up a little bit in his tiny little baby brain. So I'm just gonna keep doing that, and I'm hoping it's gonna work, because I don't know why I want my son to be a scholar. I just think that farming and ranching is boring. I don't want him to take over my farm. That's just boring. I don't know. I just think that's boring. Athlete, you'll make no money in that. Artist, you make no money in that. Musician, you'll probably make no money in that either. Plus, I don't want you to turn out like Gustafa. Scholar, you know, something a parent would be proud of. Smart kid, making lots of money, quite possibly, staying out of trouble. I don't know. Ideally, I just think it's a good idea. And if you talk to Carter, he wants a future assistant. He's getting sick of Flora and her terrible ass cooking. So that's just what I chose. I don't know. I think it went up also because I actually started to like befriend Carter, because it just took forever, because he doesn't take anything. So that's quite possibly, because I had befriended Flora and Daryl and I was just waiting on Carter. Picky ass. I just leave him in here for a while, and if he leaves I just drag him back, or I just stand here for a few hours in this game time and just make him sit here and just absorb the mind into his brain. Make him say, oh, you know, I familiarize with this place. I want to come back here when I get older. Yeah, and that, I don't know why I went on about that for 3 minutes, but that is basically the only change that happened in fall. Literally. Like, nothing else changed. At this point in the game, there's really not a lot that can change, quite frankly. You know, of course, everything changes in the season. The flowers and the like, wild shit that grows and stuff, but other than that, nothing changes. You know, no one else dies in this chapter, and no one else moves in this chapter, and, your son doesn't get older in this chapter, and, you know, I don't want to spend too much time on the farm, so I don't get a lot of new animals. I spent my money on that cow, and I'm going to have to wait on it to make some money, so, I mean, that is an investment that I have to wait for. So it's basically 7,000 wasted dollars until next year when it'll start giving me milk, and I can actually make up for that freaking money I just spent. And at this point, since I'm like late fall, you know, crops are getting less and less, and animals I don't much care about. I just let them go outside and feed them, and that is about it. That's all I do. And just focus a lot on my son primarily, like I've said in the last 6 or 7 videos. That's all I do in this chapter, really. So, and I mine like a motherfucker. I mine every single day, because of course that I guess shows my son that, oh yeah, hey, my mom's interested in digging shit, so I'm gonna do that when I get older. And also, I just like digging. I don't know, I just like finding stuff, and it doesn't make too bad of a profit for you if you find a lot of stuff, because then comes every like 4 or 5 days, I guess, game time. So if you dig for 4 or 5 days straight, then you actually get quite a bit of money. I mean, he came yesterday. Yesterday I had 2,000 G, and I'm almost at 8,000 because of all the fossils that I fucking sold him. So, I mean, that's just me. And I basically just drag my son everywhere else. Like, I try to keep him out for like a minimum of about 3 hours game time a day, and I'm out probably 90% of the day. And it's just to show him the world, the wide open spaces. And you know, if I want my son to go down the career path of scholar or anything else that's not farming or ranching, you have to kind of keep him outside a little bit. So we're rearing our child in the right direction. Manipulation at its finest. And I'm sick of walking around because that just takes forever. I'm gonna call my horse. My poor kid's gonna have to like take his baby legs and walk back to the farm. It takes him, I don't know, from this point it doesn't take him very long, but sometimes if I leave him up at the dig site, it'll just take him hours to walk back, and I think it's kind of funny. Or sometimes I'll take him out like really late, like I'll take him out at 7 o'clock and dump him up at the dig site, and then when it's time for bed at 9 o'clock, Marlon's like, where the fuck is my son? OMG, I'm freaking out! And he goes and finds him, and then he like yells at your kid. Oh, I'm such an irresponsible parent, I tell you. And yes, you're gonna watch me dig. I know, that's just boring. I know. But this is pretty much probably my second to last video in this year. I mean, I've made quite a few with all the career paths and about a video a season. But if, you know, if anything like mind-blowing comes up, I will of course record that for you. Of course it probably won't, but I will of course make a video in winter, seeing as how I'll probably have a chicken yard by then, and then maybe possibly buy some more animals or something if I feel like it. I mean, I play this game a lot. You would be really surprised. It's like 10 o'clock here, and I've been playing this game since about 7, and I've made it through almost a full season. Yeah, I know, that is just sad, because I have nothing better to do, because it's my day off and I have no friends. So, This is just what I do all day. And I am having shit luck at the dig site today. This is fantastic. But yeah, back on track. Like I said, I'll probably just only make one more video in this, like, year, I guess, the chapter, your family or whatever, and then when the 3rd year rolls around, I will be making more videos of that. I don't know what year I'm going to go up to. I'm probably going to go up to 4. The only reason for that is because, if I remember correctly, your son is a toddler for 1 year, and then he's like a 8-year-old, that age for another year, and then at year 4 he becomes like a teenager, and then for year 4 and 5 he's a teenager, and then he becomes an adult. So I don't really want to do like past 4 because it's just 2 years of him being a teenager essentially, and then an adult, which is just boring. So I don't know, if anything interesting comes up, I'm gonna do something about it. But I have played this game all the way through in the other version, and the game becomes really redundant after a while. Like, you just make so much money, and you buy everything, and you're basically just sleeping your seasons through. You're like, okay, this is boring, blah blah blah. But yeah, I mean, I'm surprised I've even done up this far, because I'm trying to work on my Magna Carta walkthrough, and I actually pay like an equal amount of attention to both of them, but Magna Carta requires so much more effort because this game is just so repetitive. But I think it's kind of nice to take a break every once in a while and just kind of sit back and relax, I guess. I don't know, I find this game kind of relaxing. Like, it's such a nice, happy family, G-rated game and atmosphere, and yeah, I don't know, I've always enjoyed Harvest Moon. I've played a lot of different versions, and I have a lot of different games for different systems. So this version isn't as angry as my other one, so I'm back to normal now. Since it's my day off, I didn't have to deal with idiots today. And yeah, so it's about 12 minutes, 40 seconds in, and I'm sure that you're sick of hearing me talk. So I'm gonna wrap this up. Basically, the only update was that my kid is leaning more towards the scholar career, which I'm very happy about. And yeah, it takes a lot of time, guys, so don't get frustrated and give up, because it took me almost half of this year to fucking get his ass in gear. So that's it for me, guys. And yeah, thank you for watching. I hope I'll see you later.